So I am live, or I hope I am. I think I am. Welcome, everyone. Who have we got today? Obviously, as always, just let me know if you can see and hear me. But I'm gonna talk because usually you can. We've got Sam and Ruth and Cara. You were the first three in. Hi, guys. Jasmine's here. SS is lurking from work. Hello, SS. How you doing? Um, who else is here? So my chat's partially blocked because I just put up a wacky poll. Um, so I have to wait a little bit a second for it to kind of come up above the poll. But anyway, Soul Empress is here. How are you? And Clark's here. Hi there, Clark. I think that's it so far. I don't think I've missed anybody. So apologies if I have. So, a happy Tuesday morning to you all. Tuesday afternoon. It's Tuesday afternoon now here. I'm forgetting. See, I do it an hour later on a Tuesday. I'm in Thursday mode. But it could be evening or morning where you are. So, happy day, all of you. And Sarah's here. Hi, Sarah. How are you? Uh, I'm looking to see who else has joined, but the chart's moving slowly up the poll. Oh, this is going to be an interesting poll. I'll explain it shortly. First, let me introduce the puzzle that we are doing today, or I should say, continuing today, because this is week 3 now of doing this. Doesn't time fly? Anyway, we're doing this puzzle. It's called Penelope Waits. It's 2,000 pieces, and it is by Educa. It's a beautiful, bright puzzle. I am loving it so far. Trickier than it looks, but I'm really enjoying it. I've actually got all 4 boards in play now because I'm doing this on 4 A2 boards, which are here. So you can only see what I've done from the top right section on this board. So this here, and I'm just going to go through that. This here is this dark bit here, or at least the top of it anyway. I haven't done the whole thing. It's a bit brighter blue further down. Then this archway here is the top of this here, which is slightly obscured by the 2000, and I don't have a poster, unfortunately, so I can't show you an unobscured view of that. Apart from the puzzle itself, of course. Hello, Dolly. How you doing? Hi, Karen. Uh, is that it? Nobody else knew? That's fine. Yeah. Hi. How are you? Have to confess, called out from work today, not at the top of my game. Ah. Are you feeling okay? Have you got a bug coming? Hopefully you're okay. Oh no. Get some love and rest. Absolutely. It's good to take some time out, because otherwise you can end up just keep going and going, and then you just make it worse, don't you? So good. I'm glad you're taking a bit of time out, Ruth. Oh, Helen's here. Hi, Helen. How are you? Missed your name there among everybody's. Hi. So I've done this. So that's the top right board. And this is kind of a rough, I mean, I'm pretty sure these do go on the top right board, but it's kind of a rough estimate because I've not counted pieces or anything. Then this one is the bottom right. Some of this might actually go on the top board, but I just wanted to keep it together just for ease of puzzling at the moment. So this here is this bit, tablecloth and the corner, and the a wee bit of the arch that's down here, the purple, and there's some green as well. Then we have, I'm not sure what order these boards are in. Then we have bottom left. So this is the railings at the bottom, this bit. And again, some of those will probably go on the bottom right, actually. In fact, the center line's there. So these 4 rows would go on the right hand board. But again, just keeping it together, so I don't have tiny bits. Then you've got Penelope who's there. You've got a little bit of this building here. There's a tiny bit of that building there. And that's a boat. That boat there. So that's that bit. And then on this board, we have top left, which is this red bit. Oh, and by the way, that piece, which was really worrying me last week, found it. And I meant to tell you actually, because I found it not long after I'd finished the stream. I was just having a wee hunt through the pieces and I found it in the yellow pile randomly. But the yellow pile was next to the dark orange pile, and I'm wondering if it maybe got thrown in the orange pile and then just kind of gravitated over to the yellow pile. Because I do move the boxes of pieces around. Sometimes they get a bit mingled. But anyway, the main thing is I found it. So the red bit is actually complete now, that top red bit. And I've done the top of these two trees and or I should say this tree because that's just one tree, and then I've done this bit here as well. So that is my progress so far, and I'm going to put the boards back how they were because I suspect I'll be working on these two boards today, or at least to start with, these top two, because I was going to start with this light blue colour, which I have sorted. So I'm going to have the top two boards handy. Put this on my box stand. I always forget to grab it, but I always need it. There we go. So that is where we're at. Now then, who else has joined? Has anybody else joined? Nance is here. Hi, Nance. And Julie's here. Hello, Julie. How are you? Did anyone look to see how many live streams for the Pokemon 5K puzzle? They're about 2 hours each. My live streams, I think there were 15. If you if you're talking about my ones, I think there were 15 if you count the last one where I show everybody the puzzle. Well, that was only about an hour, I think. It might have been about an hour and a half. Or are you talking about some other ones? Maybe Jeanette and Donna Louise's? They live streamed it as well. Um, you're a little better, are you, Ruth? Oh, good. Good, I'm glad. My TV took a while to kick into gear. I was sat watching the Walt screen, wondering why everyone was chatting like it had started. Oh, the wait screen. I thought that said Walt there for a second. Um, all right, yes. So it didn't kind of refresh. Well, that's typical, isn't it? It's the kind of thing that happens to me as well. In fact, I've been getting a wee glitch when setting up the live streams. Morning, Sybil. The Saturday live streams are supposed to be members only live chat. And I've been, saying that in my promotions and in my posts on YouTube about it. And then and then that's the box I click, but for some reason it unclicks it. YouTube's like glitches it off. Um, so the last 2 weeks have been everybody, which has been fine. It's been absolutely fine. I don't mind that, but yeah, they can be a bit glitchy, these live streams. But there we have it. Anyway, it's just one of those things. Clark, are you talking about Jeanette and Donna Louise's? Talking about Vicky's? Yeah, no, I think there were 15. I'm going off the top of my head here. From what I can recall, I think there were 15, and the 15th one is the one where I showed you all the puzzle after it was finished. Um, appears to be about 35 hours total. Oh, I see. Right. Okay, you're working it out because of my question about 5K puzzle. That's a great point, Clark. Yeah, it is a great point. But I spend a lot of time talking in those streams. I voted yes, but the real question is, should she? I don't know, should I? What do you think? All right, well, I've introduced the puzzle, so maybe before I actually start getting pieces out, I'll tell you about my wacky idea. And I literally just had this wacky idea this morning. These things pop into my head for no real reason at all. Other than that, I'm just thinking, and then I get wacky ideas. Hello, Puzzling Lamb. How you doing? About to start editing a video. This is perfect to have in the background. Oh, yeah, for editing especially. I guess editing's fine. There are times when I enjoy it, and then there are other times when I find it really laborious. Do you enjoy editing? Hi, Philip. How are you? All right. So I just kind of thought, right, what if I did like a 24K, 24 hour puzzle marathon and attempted to do a 5K in that time. Now, what I would do is, and I'll show you in a minute, Ruth. I'll show you in a second. Because they're right. Because the Clark, I'm glad Clark brought up the Pokemon puzzle. Because if I hadn't already done the Pokemon puzzle, that would be the one I would choose. But I've already done it. So, and I want it to be one out of my current collection of 5Ks, which is I've only got 5K. No, I do. I've got the gradient. I've got the playgroup gradient. My other 5Ks are all Ravensburgers. So I thought, well, which one out of them could I attempt to do this with? And the only one I could think of that might be possible was the big city collage. Now I actually have it here to show you, ready, because I was gonna ask you all anyway. I was gonna ask you all this, um, your opinion on this, and so I got it out ready. I wasn't gonna do a poll, but I thought it was just a fun thing to pop up. Again, last minute idea. So this is big city collage, right? And I bought this myself out of some Christmas money that my mum gave me, and I like the image. I don't know what it is. I just think it's nice. I like the blue in the sky. Having done a puzzle with buildings on the 360 world, I really enjoyed it. And I just think I would enjoy this. Anyway, that's why I bought it. And this is the one I thought I could potentially do it with. Now, one of the things I was thinking was, um, it's just like a puzzle challenge, really. But one of the things I was thinking was, well, if I did it in a day, and I kept thinking like a calendar day. So wake up at the crack of dawn and then, and do it. And then I was like, well, that doesn't make a great deal of sense. Surely it would be better to wake up at, say, I don't know, 7 or something, or start this at 7 a.m., for example, and then just have 24 hours from then, so 7 till 7. So it would be 24 hours, but it wouldn't necessarily be like a calendar day. I think that would be the better way of doing it, because otherwise I think I'd have to like revert to working shifts mode, and then sleep during the previous day and stuff, and for just one day I'm not going to be able to just kick my body into that kind of thing. But I can, I could stay up at night. And I think by that point it would be becoming pretty obvious whether or not I would do it I would achieve it anyway. Anyway, that was my thought. Which 5K would it be? So this is the 5K that I was thinking about. I said yes to the 5K poll, though it would depend on the 5K. Um, Hi Natalie, you think I should? If you enjoy the puzzle, you should always do a puzzle. Yeah, yes, that's a good point. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. SS is enthusiastic about it. Do it. Big city collage might work. Selection of puzzle is super important. Ravensburger 5000 Hawaii viewpoint would take more than 24 hours. Yeah, I wouldn't even do that at all. It's gorgeous, but I wouldn't subject myself to that clock. Um, but it is one I already have, and it is one that I think is like, it doesn't look too difficult. So good. Love that one. Space Odyssey might be doable if you plan the sort beforehand. Good puzzle selection. Looks tricky to sort. I did BCC in 3 to 4 days, casual puzzling. Big City Collage, yeah. Sorry, it took me a second to work out what that was. Obviously, Big City Collage. 3 to 4 days, casual puzzling. It's quite good then, isn't it, for a 5K? I really like that puzzle. How about 12 hours for 2 days in a row? 24 straight seems scary. You're gonna have to take some really good painkillers beforehand because you'll pour back in. Yes, two 12-hour days. Oh, I see. Timed and not in one session. Okay. These are all very interesting ideas, right? But this is why I'm asking you. I know I'm supposed to be doing Penelope Waits, sorry, but I'm really I trust all your judgments, and obviously ultimately it's going to be me that makes the decision. But it's good to hear what you'll think. So I was thinking about doing that, and then I was thinking, like Philip said, not to sort beforehand. The sorting would be part of the building process, but to meticulously plan. So like really look at the image and decide beforehand what I'm sorting into. And I'll use the poster. I'll open the box. I won't open the bag, but like until I come to do it. But I'll open the box. I'll use the poster, and I'll decide beforehand how I'm sorting it so that I can just do the sorting, make that as kind of quick as possible, and then start to build. And then what my thought was, this is on the basis of doing it for 24 hours. I haven't really thought about doing it for two lots of 12. That's a possibility as well. But my thinking was I would have the camera on the ceiling recording the time lapse, and I would set my phone up here on like a wee flexi neck stand thing holder, and I would do periodic live streams throughout the day, like update streams, if you like. So the camera would ideally have more of a top-down view of the puzzle. Um, it wouldn't be quite as nice or professional looking as like where my camera sits and I do what I do for my videos, but you'd be able to see it. And if I did it, say every, I don't know, 3 hours or something, for example, um, I could talk a bit, possibly chat a little bit, although I wouldn't be able to do that a great deal. And you'd be able to see the progress every so many hours, and just be these like periodic live streams throughout the day. And obviously, it would be the whole day. So that some people could drop in at times when they're awake, and other people could drop in at times when they're awake, if because different time zones and all that. Anyway, and then I'd make sure my kids were fine and that they have food, and I would like have food ready for me as well. Like I would have it all ready in boxes in the fridge, and I would just grab it and eat, and so I wouldn't have to stop too much. Um, but yeah, that was my plan, and then I could do a time lapse or even a video of it using the footage from the camera. So that's in answer to your question, Sam. Would I live stream it? That was my plan there. Morning, Sonia. 2 days, 12 hours makes more sense. That puzzle was really fun to complete. It was nice having all the different sections and textures. Hello, Dana. Yeah, I mean there are a lot of textures and there are a lot of different colours, and I think it would be doable, but I don't know. Like I've never tried it, so I don't know. Morning, love this idea. Thank you, Steph. You got this. Yeah, I think when Karen Puzzles did this challenge, she also did not recommend doing 24 hours straight. Well, she did it in 2 days, um, but she did a harder puzzle. I wouldn't do this with Fantastic Street, um, and I wouldn't want to use the same puzzle she used either. Um, it was really the in a day part that was kind of drawing me in. You know what I mean? Hardest part is the blue background. Rest is easy. Oh, is it really? Even with the branches and stuff. Because there's a lot going on in the sky, isn't there? Um, Hello everyone. Good evening. Hi Claire. OMG, yes, Vicky. Let's Big Brother this puzzle challenge. Yeah, it would be kind of like that. Only thing is, it would be great if I could, because I wouldn't be able to focus much on the chat, because I'd obviously be concentrating on the puzzling. It would be great if I could have someone read the comments, so I could talk whilst puzzling. I don't know if I could convince my kids to do that though. I don't think they would want to be on the live. Um, Maybe I could get a friend or something. I don't know. I need to think about that. But yeah, like the whole challenge, I guess, is 24 hours, like a day, 24 hours. But I know two lots of 12 hours is still 24 hours, but I kind of feel, I don't know, kind of feel like it sounds better when I say that I did it in a day. So, the poll really is whether or not you think I can do it. 12 hours per day is better than 24 without stopping, right? Uh, I've caught up on the chat too soon. I will try with you. Oh, would you? Sounds like you've thought it all out. Yeah, but literally, I've just right. So literally just had this idea like about 2 hours ago. So and I've just been going about my day, just kind of just thinking about it. So these are all just random ideas that popped into my head, but I don't think it sounds fun. Um, Nice. Lots of blue pieces. Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, I suppose there would be. Vicky, you got this. Yes, Sam to visit. Yeah. Hi, all. Sorry for being late. Oh, don't apologise. That's fine. I'm talking about a crazy idea I've had. You'll notice that this isn't Penelope Waits, Anna. So you're probably wondering what's going on. Probably thought you walked into the wrong live stream. Claudia, interesting challenge. I like the use of the word interesting. Another way of saying insane. No, I'm kidding. I think it is. I don't know. I think it's maybe doable. I don't know. The two 12-hour gang have a point, but I kind of want to see a sleep deprived Vicky buzzing around like Apu in the Quickie Mart, thinking he's a hunk. You always make me howl with laughter, Helen. Literally every time. Yeah, I might have to have some Red Bulls on the go. Mm. You never know. I might be like crazy fast and have it finished before the 24-hour mark even gets me. Who knows? Maybe I've developed a superpower. Oh, I love that, Helen. So, what have I missed? Are you thinking to do a marathon? Yeah, something like that on this. 24 hours. Just to sum it up rapidly for you. So, we're having a discussion about whether or not I can, whether or not I should. Sounds fun to try along. We could all use that channel in Discord. Use the chat channel in Discord. Yeah, this is it. You could have someone on Zoom reading the comments. We could take shifts. Oh, I never even thought of that. Only Vicky would understand my accent. Have you got a really thick Scottish accent, Sam? Is it like what region of Scotland is it? Is it like Glasgow or I understand, well, pretty much every Scottish accent I hear, but there are some um that still stumble me a bit. Um Also thought about Sam doing it. Are there not apps that could wait that could convert the live stream to speech? Possibly. That's actually a good idea. I never even thought of that. It's possible, yeah. If you have energy drinks, I think you can definitely do it 24 hours straight. Yeah, bear in mind, this isn't something I would do often. It's a one off. So a puzzle along marathon. Well, you could puzzle along if you want. I mean, I wasn't thinking to do it as a puzzle along, but absolutely if you want to. If you fancy doing this puzzle. I'm planning to challenge myself this weekend, see how many puzzles I can do in 24 hours, but planning to do it over 3 days, need to get some of my puzzles done. That's a great idea. That's a nice way of getting your to-do pile down a bit. Yes, a reason to use the voice chat. Yeah, that'd be great. Actually, Clark, you came up with that idea for having like a watch party for the worlds. So that might be a good kind of tester for that because I was actually wondering about maybe doing this before worlds, like in September. Because I mean, obviously, wouldn't do it during because everybody would be hyped about worlds, but it would be cool to do it maybe right before. Um, I'm not sure it's going to be fun for you to do it in 24 hours, but it's the kind of thing I would be crazy enough to try. So I'm saying do it. I'll definitely love watching you do it. Central Scotland, but talk fast. Oh, okay. Right. So probably like people here then, like in Stirling. It would be a great feat to try, but just make sure you feel like you can make it 24 hours awake with no absolutely terrible side effects. We could put subtitles down like a Danny Boyle movie if we're worried he might be too Scottish. Is there such thing as being too Scottish? Do you know what, Sam? Do you know what this is reminding me of? When are you thinking to do it? Yeah, I was thinking, I don't know. I'm not sure. I wondered about before Worlds, like on a Saturday. So I would do it in place of, like, I wouldn't do a normal live stream that day. But if I did with the Saturday, that means I have Sunday to recuperate. I wouldn't want to do it Sunday and then, you know, because Monday I do like I don't well, yeah, Monday I've got to get up for my lollipop job and I have dance in the evening and stuff like that. So it'd be good to do it on a day where I've got like the full next day off. Um, Afternoon, Rose. How are you? I bought the puzzle to try with you. I know I won't finish, but I could try. You just bought it, really? Yay! That's so cool. I'm gonna do it now. Should really do it before school starts. So you have time to recover. I know, but this we're in the last week of holidays. They go back a week on Wednesday. So I like you talking. It would have to be this weekend if I did that. I don't know if I'm quite mentally prepared to do it this weekend. When is September weekend in Stirling? Sorry? What do you mean? When is September weekend in Stirling? A Saturday would be great. Exactly clock, I think, this weekend. So start this puzzle tomorrow. You think this weekend? Okay, so wait, I'm sorry, I'm not quite understanding your question, Sam. Sorry. When is September weekend in Stirling? I was going to say something, I forgot what it was. Oh yeah, Sam. So you've just reminded this talk about the Scottish accent and stuff has reminded me of something. Did you know? Do you like Kevin Bridges, Clark? Not Clark. Sam. Sorry. Do you like Kevin Bridges, the comedian? Right. He's a Glaswegian guy. He's a comedian. He's really funny. I think he's funny. And he's like going to tour America and Canada and do his stand up over there. And I literally found this out like about a month ago because I saw a TikTok of him telling everybody, and it was just so funny reading the comments because literally everybody in the comments was like, "They're not going to understand you. Nobody's going to understand you. We're not going to understand you." Like even Americans were in this saying, "We're not going to understand what you say." I was just like, "Oh, he's got quite a thick Scottish accent, but no, maybe I'll tone it down a bit." Um, A weekday would work best for me, but I'm probably the only one thinking that. Well, Scottish schools go back early. Here in England, they don't go back for another month. Yeah, because ours starts earlier. Ours starts at the end of June. So we go back sooner. Do the schools not close for the September weekend? Friday morning. Um, I don't know which weekend. So the kids go back on the 13th of August here. And then, unless there's a bank holiday weekend or something, um, or are you meaning that like do they have like a short day on a Friday? Some schools do that. Some council areas do that. They'll have like a half day on a Friday, but they don't do that in Stirling. They have they just do Monday to Friday normal days. I mean, for me personally, I do have weekdays when I'm not dancing, but I do still have my lollipop lady job. So, that would break it up too much because I'd have to go and do it in the morning and then come home and then I'd have to go back and do it in the afternoon and it would so a week what I really need is a clear day. So school wise that's kind of how it affects me. But I mean if when the kids being at school is fine. They don't I just really just need to make sure they're fed and they'll be fine. And obviously I'm here. If there's some major emergency, then obviously I'm here, so that's fine. But it's the whole lollipop lady job that kind of messes that up a little bit. Not heard of him. Oh, you not heard of Kevin Bridges? Oh, he's a Scottish stand-up comedian. He's well, I think he's really funny. Hello, Mark. How are you? And Chris, I assume? Are you attempting this puzzle in 24 hours or have we missed something? Well, I had that crazy idea earlier on today. So we're literally just discussing it. I've talked about Penelope Waits for about 10 minutes. This has had the rest of the airtime. Um, but I'm really enjoying this conversation. It's really given me some good ideas. So I really do appreciate you allowing me this little tangent to talk about this. It was meant to be Friday/Monday holiday. I think it was towards the end of September. May not be a thing nowadays. There might be a there might be a bank holiday Monday. I'm not sure. I'd have to look at the school calendar. Um, so that would work if I did it a Sunday and then I'd have the Monday off, if you like. Um, so that would work. But well, I think a lot of comedians have to tweet that shows for America instead of mocking Norfolk. They change it to Florida. Oh, I see what you mean. Yes. Tweet. Oh my giddy aunt. Yeah, I know. So you're looking in for Thursday before school goes back. Well, no, well, so our schools go back on the 13th, which is a Wednesday next week. So if I was doing it on a Saturday, in the holidays, it would have to be this weekend. Unless I waited till the next school holidays, but they're not till October. I could do it in October. I mean, there's no massive rush to do it, I guess. Definitely do it when you can recover the next day if possible. Your body will probably thank you for the rest the next day. It is a good puzzle choice for this, though. Yeah, I think so. Now, that is a discussion. Who is weirder, people from Norfolk or Florida? Can't answer that. Yeah, what's wrong with... Is that like an in-joke? What's wrong with people from Norfolk? England have a bank holiday at the end of August, but I think Scotland it's the beginning of August. Yeah, you might be right. I've lost all track, to be honest. I don't think that there's one in September, but I don't know. I'd have to look at the calendar. All right, well, we've got 93% of the poll that's saying yes, I can. We think this is a good puzzle choice. There's a bunch of us that think that 2 12 hours would be better, but there's a bunch that thinks 24 hours is a cool challenge and go for it. Um, a possible voice chat channel and maybe an app or somebody on Zoom reading the comments. That was a good idea. It would be periodic live streams. It wouldn't be the entire thing live streamed. It would be like every so many hours for a bit. So you could see how I was getting on. I'd also be able to record the time lapse. Um, Saturday's sounding good. Um, some people think this weekend, but I kind of feel like I need a build up. Do you not think this weekend's a bit soon? Like I want to kind of advertise it. If you see what I mean, be like, I'm going to do this thing. And do you think that give? I don't know if that gives me enough time really to fully kind of spread the word about it. If I did it this weekend, but for me, it's not. For me personally, it doesn't matter if it's in the holidays or not, as long as I've got the next day to recuperate. Do you know what? Right? If I don't manage it, it's fine. I'm not going to cry. Like it would still be a fun thing to try. Do you think? So is that the kind of the overall sort of gist of what we all think? Have I missed anything out? Maybe a Central Scotland thing. Glasgow schools are off Friday 26th and Monday the 29th of September. Oh, I will check that because it could be different council areas do different things. So I don't know. I live in Norfolk for 5 years and I count the number of weird people I met on my 7 hands. I can say things about Norfolk. My wife is from there. Even she seems so weird. Oh, right. Then. We can wait. Do it when suits you. Maybe wait till October then. Concerned that you'll need more than one day to recover. I would need a week. Wait and fundraiser. Yeah, fundraiser is a good idea. This Saturday is too soon. You need to create some anticipation. Yeah, that was my thinking as well, Marcia. Like I would want to build this up, like hype it up a bit. Um, two 12-hour shifts would be better, we think, than 124, as it's such a great puzzle to decompartmentalize. Bear in mind, I would put out a video on this as well, because I would record time-lapse footage, and then I could use that plus live stream footage to actually make a video of it. So, it would get some highlights in a video as well, if you see what I mean. Um, Maybe the weekend in between finishing live and before starting Disney Museum again. Yes, that's also something I'd thought of as well. So I'm not kind of interrupting what puzzle I'm working on. We don't need an invite. We're always looking around. Go for it. No, you need time to prepare for it and get the word out would be a great challenge. Yeah, I agree, Clark. And this way, we can also have time to buy the puzzle and puzzle along. Exactly. Yeah, that's also a good point. I have the puzzle and would silently puzzle along if I have time. I'm definitely slower than you, but would be curious how far I would get. Yeah, it would probably be the only puzzle along where I actually stand a chance of finishing before people puzzling along with me. Because most of the time I'm puzzling it once a week. And everybody just flies through it like when I still have weeks and weeks to go. So this might be the only time I actually finish it first. But I need that particularly, but still. Um, would certainly watch a marathon whenever you make it. Might even puzzle along with a brief nap in the middle. Yeah, I would pledge money. I say wait due to 12 hours would be easier to manage. Okay. So these are all great. These are all great suggestions. So I'm going to end the poll just now. That was fun. I just did the poll for fun, really. Do when you're ready, but go for it. You can do it. I don't know if this is correct, but I remember someone on another live said that YouTube only allows 12-hour streams. But if you do sections of lives, it might work. Yeah, I think so. I don't think I would want to stream it non-stop. I mean, I enjoy live streaming, but I wouldn't want to do 24 hours of just feeling like watched. Well, I don't mean that to sound odd. I just think it would be fun to just like get into the zone and get puzzling and then periodically have update lives and chat about it and talk about what I'd been doing and discuss things and then go off and do a bit more in the zone puzzling and then come back on live. I think that would be a better way of doing it, personally. But I think you're right. I think there's a limit to how long the streams can go. Um, I would say every, I don't, 3 hours perhaps, or two maybe. Because I mean, you've got to. I need a chance to actually get some progress in as well, I suppose. So, or even like even not necessarily every so often, like every block of time. Maybe I could do it after I've sorted, and then maybe I could do it after I've built two or three sections, and then maybe I could do it after I've done. So maybe I could do it according to how far I've progressed. I think there's options there, but I definitely think periodic lives rather than a full-on 12-hour live stream would be better. Anyway, I'm putting this back on the shelf now. Um, and we'll get on with Penelope Waits. Um, so I decided I was going to do some light blue pieces today. So there's going to be some here as part of this archway. There's some light blue sky here as well. It's mostly on the right-hand side of the puzzle. So these top two boards are the ones I need, but I've also got several light blue edge pieces. So I'm going to pull those out first just because they were on the top. And it would be good to get the edge done at least on one dimension so I know how many pieces need to go on each board. This one's just 4 boards. There's actually loads of glue. Loads of light blue edges. Some might go on the left. There's a tiny bit of light blue on the left, but mostly it's on the right. And there's a corner. And we'll leave that at that. And then the other ones are, we've got quite a lot of boxes here. Here, they're in here. And what I've got also in here is these pieces um, which may fill this gap, which would be good as well. So it's good I've got those piles near each other. But I'll pop that there, and I'm going to have a go at these edges first. There's one. Good start, good start. Those chat breaks would also help you stay more focused overall. Good plan. Got to give your brain a break every so often. Yeah, I think so. You don't want to get sidetracked with the chat much, so maybe updates are better. Vicky, could we see the picture? Oh, yes, sorry. I did mention, I have talked about this puzzle a little bit at the start, but then it kind of got a bit drowned out by a Big City Collage. There it is. That's the one I'm doing. So I'm working on these light blues, that bit, this bit here, and this bit here. There is a little bit of light blue up here as well. I may have some edges that cover that, but mostly it's on this side. So what I've got is the 4A2 boards, Mark and Chris, and I've got these two boards at the top right and the bottom right, and I'm working on the light blues first. So that is Penelope Waits. Um, Julie, agreed. Updates and coming up for air every so often. Yeah, I would have to because I'm doing it on. I would be doing the live streams on my phone, so I wouldn't be able necessarily to schedule them. It would be a case of they come up kind of when they come up, and we just keep an eye out through the day. But I would do my best to try and um maybe schedule it when I know I'm going to do it in half an hour or something, and then at least that gives people a bit of time. Or I could just put a little post on YouTube and in Discord. Um, it's a cracker. Yeah, it's a lovely puzzle. Lovely puzzle. Really nice. Okay, so I am just attempting to attach this edge. Some of these have got little red tips on the pieces, so that is helping. And these are quite a bright blue. Um, well, I'm still not finding. Oh, there we go. There's one. Not all these pieces will attach though, unless I attach them to each other. That one? No. Well, I just tried that one. Am I doing my thing where I just keep trying the same pieces twice? There we go. Nope. Yes. And that one. And that one. So it's slightly darker on the outside of the piece. That's how I kind of am finding which piece goes here. I've got the edge doesn't fit yet. That one. Then that one. Then that one. Then that one. Right. Okay. So the edge goes up there, and then there's a little bit along the top. No, that's too bright. I don't know where that goes. Or maybe it goes up here. Um, they're sort of tall, so I think they might go that side. These have got green on. Now then, there's a bit further down that has some green. Those bits. Yeah, so that's the opposite corner. I'll pop that down there. So go there. Yes, that one's in there. That one's in there. There we go. And then there'll be a piece that's got like half brown on it. Where's that? There. So that's where the blue ends. And then these go down here. And these ones go over this side. So I'll pop those over there. So now I've got at least a little kind of corner I can fill in. But I'm going to clear a bit of space for myself. Wondering about just moving that temporarily so I can spread the pieces out. Another cat hair. Wouldn't be right without a cat hair involved, would it? Um, it's a cracker. Right. So I was just looking to see if anybody chatted there, but nobody had. That's unusual. Hi from crazy Florida. Hello, Susie. I think the hotter it gets, the crazier we get. We've been hitting records lately. Oh no. That sounds uncomfortable. Right, I'm convinced that's part of that cloud. That's it. So if there's like bright, kind of creamy white pieces, colours on the piece, then it's likely to be the clouds here. And that's got some purple on it. There is a strip of blue further down, that'll be separate from this. So that, what is that? Oh, okay. Right, there's a tiny bit of blue that's on that building off to the left. Um, and that's it. It's like a blue door. There we go, that's that one. So I think maybe, because there's definite different shades of blue here, so I think maybe I need to organise my colours a bit. So we'll do that. That goes up here somewhere. There we go. Ah, so that's where the other blue one connects. You can just see a little bit of it there. So that's good. I'm glad I found that kind of connecting piece. That's part of that building. I've actually got a tiny bit of that building. It's not that one. It's not that one. Wait, where is it? There's that one. There. So look, I can actually fit that on. And there's not much blue there except I don't, that might even be in the green pile. So I don't think I'm going to find any other bits of that unless I've sorted it into here. So I'll just leave that there and that avoids confusion. Right, I'm just doing these. So I'll keep separating by colour. And hopefully some of these transition lines with other colours will help me to figure out what's what. This is pretty bright. This blue down here. And that one. It's quite bright. There's a little house down here on a green hill. That's the roof there. So I'll pop that one roughly in its place. Bit of blue there. So that helps. That's an odd shade of blue. There may, as I say, there's a tiny little sliver of light blue in the top left corner, so there may be some of those in there. There we go. There's that house. Yeah. And the gradient changes there. You can see it starts to get darker there. That's too light. Does that fit? There we go. Yeah. So that's good. We've got quite a few of these blue with yellow in. So they'd be good to separate. So likely to go together. Yes, there's a yellow in the bottom one. See here, you've got some yellow. It gets darker as well as it goes down. So they likely go there. That's a bit of that cloud there. The cloud pieces will probably be in with the yellow pieces because I mostly put the light coloured pieces in with them. But that's okay. Some purple there. There we go. Not sure about that. That looks like a bit with cloud. There we go. So let's see if I can fill in a few more of these bits. Just here. Um, have you? I'm quite psyched up by this whole idea of a puzzle marathon. I don't know why it popped up. Do you know what? Do you know what I was doing when I had the idea? I was watching a video. I was watching a puzzle video of somebody doing the dragons at day and night puzzle, the 5K. And I was watching it. It's such a beautiful puzzle, that puzzle is, and it was just a time lapse I was watching, and that's when I had the idea. But I knew I would never do it on the dragons at day at night, a night puzzle. Um, but I thought, oh, I wonder if I could do it though, and which puzzle I would do it with, and then my brain just kind of went from there. No, but pretty certain that goes there. There we go. Now they're kind of brown, um, but they're sort of more brown than blue. That I think goes there, but I wonder if I could actually find that quite quickly because all the brown pieces I have actually spread out in a single layer. Um, because they're the only ones in the box. So look, I've found them pretty quick, so that's good. We've got that one, and we've got that one. There we are. It's good when I can do that. Here it's just very windy. Yeah, we had amber warnings for storms the last couple of days. It was pretty gusty yesterday. Mine comes August 14th. I love the colours. This one, Cara. Yay! Oh, I'm glad you're doing it. Forget where you're located, Soul Empress. Denmark. And now it's raining too. Yeah, we had a lot of rain yesterday, not as much today, but it's still windy. Never been to Denmark, I bet it's beautiful. I'd love to go to Italy, Holland, and Finland. So many European countries I haven't visited. See? So how many people have already put Big City Collage in their carts? Yeah, good question. Well, Dolly apparently has purchased it. Some people already have it in the collection, I think. But yes, be interested to know that. That's so great. I love how everybody's keen to puzzle along. I really do love that. Um, right. Okay, so I'm just still plugging away at this. So this is filling in nicely. And again, the slight gradients are helpful here. You can just see where it's perhaps darker, slightly darker on one side of the piece. And the shape helps as well because the shapes are really nice and varied in this puzzle. It's one of the things I love about it. So this top corner is coming together nicely. There, it's looking good. Julie, I'll have to see. My birthday card last month said, I owe you one giant puzzle, so this might be it. Ooh, I like that. That is a good I owe you. You bought it, darling. Vicky, you inspire to try your puzzles. You do. Yeah, well, I think that's great. I'm pleased. I'm glad. I'm glad. I haven't been to that many places compared to others, but I've actually been to those three. Julie, have managed to resist temptation so far. I'm surprised you don't already have it, Sam. You've got so many. Me, have you got it as well? You put it in your cart. We're very close to our heater. Bit nippy here, 11 degrees, but days are mild. Not bad for late winter. 17 to 18. Yeah, well, I'd consider that warm here. It's been on my wish list for some time. Contemplated it being my first 5K. Well, and you're working on a 6K, so you could definitely do it. It's coming tomorrow, but I know I will start with Vicky, but we'll be finished in a week. Well, I mean, ordinarily I would be as well. Come on, Sam, you want, have to. I haven't been many places, but I'm looking for a new country. Come to the UK. Come see USA. I've actually been to the USA twice now. Can't believe it. Right, okay. So that's filled in. So maybe I can find these. Here we are. And that one. That's that one. That's quite light, but I'm not seeing it going in there. Wonder if I could find that one. There's cloud on it, but I can't see it at the moment. This one? Right, so the blues are a little darker here now. There we go. Oh, there's quite a lot of cloud on that one. I mean, I could have a wee sift through the yellows. Where are the yellows? Ah, here they are. The good thing is that if I know what colour I'm looking for, I can just, try and find a piece that has the blue and whitish. But I did put those light coloured like that. I did put those in. I don't even know if that goes here though. I did put those in the yellow pile. So let's see if I can find them. Just for the sake of filling gaps. I don't normally kind of obsess over that, but I don't know. It just feels better to just finish a section, you know. It's not a tiny pile. This. I feel like I should take that out. I'm not convinced it's one of these though. We'll see. It might be. It might be. In fact, wait a minute. It's that one. No, it's not that one. Let's see what I can find. I mean, this is the nice thing about sorting, I must admit. You at least, if you can't find a piece, you know roughly where it's going to be. And you can go, and there aren't as many pieces to sift through to find it. Does that make sense? That one of them? Might be. Might be. Don't know for certain. That's got some blue. So I'll pull that out. Oh, that's got. I'll pull that out. That's the dark purple bit. And that. Getting sidetracked. Maybe I'll do yellow next. um, here we go. That looks promising. There we are. I'm not too worried if I don't find them. I'm only having a quick sort of, there we go, there's that one. A quick shuffle through. It's another one I've separated. The reason I'm pulling them out is because they have the really dark purple, which I've actually built a section of on the other board. In fact, it was on this board, but I moved it. I moved it off. So that's fine. I can. This is actually making my arm ache. Although my arms have been put to work this week. I've been dismantling a bunk bed and then rebuilding a single bed. It's involved shifting around a lot of wood. So I could definitely feel my biceps the next day. I was like, oh, I have got muscles in there. But thankfully, we are coming out the other end of the decorating, at least of my daughter's room anyway. So it's nice to actually get a little bit of tidiness in the house now. Then I can't find any others. I'm not going to go crazy looking for them in a really thorough search. I just wondered if I could find a few. Now then. I know where that goes, so I'll pull that one out too. So, I found a couple of cloud pieces anyway. I don't think they belong to them, so I'm going to put them back. And at least I can build around here. I'm going to need. I can spread these out a bit now. I'm going to need these. There's one. And I can just use the box for this, which is nice because I've removed one of the piles, so I can actually just spread them out in the box without having to use up more board. No, I thought that might have been a little bit of that red. They belong, I think they belong further down near the tablecloth. Kind of pulling out pieces where I recognize where they go. That goes there. A little bit of purple on the tip of that one and that one. So that helps. We go, some purple on these. Oh, that one, so that fills in a bit of them. That's quite dark. That must go up here somewhere. Not sure where yet. Look at that. No. Yep, trying to be clever and use the gradient. It doesn't always work. Okay, at least they're spread out, so I don't have to look far to find what I'm looking for. That's pretty obvious because of the shape. I wonder if I can find that one. Not seeing it. Not seeing it. That one? No, that's a different shade. There. So it might be time to build this bit, although it might be easier to build off here. So actually that's quite handy. I can just have the boards like this. That'll be a bit easier. And you can see both. Excuse me. Vicky, I've actually finally bought more boards so I can work on the 6K again. Now there is no excuse space-wise, and I did put in one piece I had laying on a small board. Oh, good. That's brill. I've not been. I think you said something about that in Discord, haven't you? But I've been a bit behind on the Discord because I've been busy decorating this week. But I'm really pleased. I'm glad that you've sorted your space out. Hubby has taken 13-year-old to Italy for the week. I'm just sat here in my envy. Oh, how come you're not going? Um, Vicky, how many different puzzles do you have going? I've done big cities and it's beautiful. Lots of sorting possibilities. I think you'll love it. Yeah, I think I'm going to enjoy it. I like that puzzle. Even doing it fast, I think I'm going to enjoy it. Same here. I have 7 5Ks staring at me saying, pick me instead. So how many have I got going? I've got this one, Penelope Waits. I've got the Charmed Cottage, which is the one I'm doing on my Thursday live streams. I've got Life, the 3K, which is the one I'm doing on my Saturday live streams. So that's three. And I haven't opened the bags yet. Again, I had a repairman in here earlier today fixing my window because it wouldn't open. And it is now. Yay, thank goodness, because it gets really hot in here. So I didn't want to, I had to like shift my tables and I didn't, so that he had room to actually get to the window. So I didn't want to open my wildlife bags, but now that's done, I can. So three at the moment, but very soon to be four, because I'll be doing wildlife too. I think. I don't think I've missed any. No, five. I've got thoracic tail going as well. So four, soon to be five. In answer to your question, Susie. But thank you for that, the feedback on Big City. I don't know if I've known that's done it. Seems to have enjoyed it. And it's good hearing from people who, who have done it because I think sometimes puzzles can look easy and then they turn out to be quite tricky. So it's good to know, that it's maybe a good one to do that challenge with. My mum's mum was from Italy and my dad's mum was from Finland. Oh, right. So that's what draws you to the countries. Yeah, that's what draws me to Canada. My grandma was born in Canada. She was raised here because she was brought over when she was a baby, but she was Canadian. So I don't, I know I never met her. She unfortunately passed away before I was born, but it's always given me this draw towards Canada for some reason. I would love to visit. Can't walk through the puzzle room without putting in at least one piece. That's a good habit, though, I think. Nearly finished a diamond painting, trying to get it done, and I might do a puzzle. Nice. What's the diamond painting a picture of, Jasmine? Wish I had a puzzle room. Place is too small. I know, I'm very lucky. Susie, it's a DIY table in my living room. Wish I had a puzzle room. Hi, here now. Home from work. Hello, Jennifer. How you doing? Glad you finished work. I have puzzles in the bedroom under my computer desk, a bookcase full of Ravensburger under my TV. What, that puzzles in progress? Or completed ones? Or ones that you've still to do? I have a feeling most of us have puzzles and pieces all over the house, haha. Yeah, we probably have pieces all over that we don't know are there. That reminds me, actually, I'll start a conversation in a wee second. It could be a fun one. Hello, Donna Louise is back. How you doing? Was about to go to bed. Oh, Vicky, my chickie. Ah, hi. How are you, Donna Louise? You're about to go to bed. I've stopped you. I've stopped you from sleeping. I hope you're doing okay. It's nice to see you again. Love it when you drop in on the lives. Um, everybody's saying hi to you. Beauty and the Beast diamond painting. Oh, lovely. That sounds nice. Cara, Cara got her first piece relax puzzle, Donna Louise. What did you get? Is it like a flat puzzle or is it one of the 3D ones? They're so satisfying to do. I really enjoyed the plate and also the journal. Thank you for trying them out. Not oh, they're ones you haven't done. So you're a more than one puzzles on the go kind of a gal. You're doing pretty good. That's good. Good to hear. Good to hear. I'm tired. Worked at 6 this morning. Oh, it's an early start. Hello. How you doing? Which part of Canada, Vicky, do you know? Now then, my mum has researched this a little bit. She doesn't know a great deal. I think, don't quote me, I think Winnipeg. Hoolah! Twinkle, twinkle. I think Winnipeg. Um, but then she was adopted and she was brought here and she was just a baby. So I have no idea if I don't know, I might have some family there um that I don't know about. Now then, that goes there. Or I might not. I've never been. I've never sort of looked into it, but it would be really interesting to look into. There, that's that one. And that one. I'm certain I can find that. Where are you? Why am I not seeing it? Oh, it'll pop out at some point, I'm sure. That goes there. Oh, there it is. Why could I not see that? Jeez. Um, okay, and that one again should be obvious. Big wavy bit, little bit of purple on the end. Can't see it. Oh well. Never mind. It'll turn up, I'm sure. It'll turn up. Right, so now let's see if I can. So what colour is that side? That's the sort of yellowy colour. So we're looking for these ones, I think. Well, there's another layer. There's another row of them here, another column. So let's see if I can. Is it these ones? Trying to match the colour. Can't quite see. No, they're too bright. That's quite bright though. Hmm. Ah, there we are. So there's a row down here, which I can now attach. Um, it'll make these easier to find because I will know what shape I'm looking for. So that will be handy. So, oh yeah, I was gonna start a conversation. I almost forgot. So I know I've not been looking at the Discord much recently, but I have been popping in and out. And one of the conversations I picked up on was about missing pieces. Now, am I right in thinking, Ula, that you had a missing piece in your Section A of Disney Museum, and which you finished a little while ago, and then discovered the missing piece very recently in your freezer. Is that correct? Found that bit. And I thought it might be quite fun to have a conversation about where's the weirdest place you found a missing piece. Um, Pig one, making it my sister. Oh, is that your piece relax puzzle? Um, oh wait, Twinkle Twinkle. Is it like a character, Donna Louise, that Peace Relax does? Twinkle Twinkle. Is it like a little character? Hi, Donna Louise. Peace Relax on the US Amazon has several items half off right now. Just an FYI. Well, that's good to know. Thank you, Susie. Half off. Nice. Luckily, they send me everything anyways. Now. Hee hee, I'm spoiled. A spoiled monkey. Yeah, oh, it's great when you get gifted puzzles, but that's good. It's good for anyone who shops on US Amazon. It's good to know. Was your grandmother an indigenous person or Native American? I don't know. I have no idea. So I never met her. She died before I was born. So I only know what I know from my mum because it's my mum's mum. And she only knows what she knows because she's had to do some research. Um, because this all happened when she was like literally a baby. She was brought over here, and I don't think she should have been. Because they tried to send her back, but then she got fostered and then adopted. I think. As I say, it's all a bit hazy to me. I don't know the ins and outs. Um, but yeah, but she spent most of her life here, like the vast majority of it in not in Scotland, but in England, in the UK. I live next to I don't know how you say that. Micmac community in New Brunswick. Sorry, I don't know how you pronounce that, Donna Louise. I've probably butchered that. Used to know a few words. Ah, on my bed. Yes, Vicky. Ah, okay. My co-worker went to university in Winnipeg, and his wife is from there. I've never been, but would love to go and travel up to polar bear country from there. Oh, wow. Well, I've never been to Canada at all, so I mean I would just love to go and explore the place. Twinkle Twinkle is a character that involves food often. Right. Let it be noted, Donna Louise started the food conversation. Although that's usually on a Thursday. I keep thinking it's Thursday today. It's because I don't normally do a Tuesday live. So cute. Oh. No, I've not done a Twinkle Twinkle one yet. I'll have to try one. Yes, that's correct. My husband found it yesterday morning. Yeah. I mean, in the freezer. That's crazy. It's really funny though. I think that your husband's right that like it probably got stuck to your clothing and then just fell off when you were going in the freezer. Because the thing is, if a piece gets stuck to your clothing, like say your arm, like a sleeve, it could literally end up anywhere that you go, couldn't it? Which is quite a frightening thought, really. I found one under a chair outside the other day. I'd been sorting outside a couple of days before, and I couldn't believe the dogs didn't get it. Ooh, that was lucky then. Evening, Sandra. How are you? Been watching along but couldn't chat till my iPad charged. Oh, right, okay. Oh, have you been watching from the beginning, Sandra? What's your thoughts on the 5K puzzle challenge? Or have you not been watching from the beginning? Yes, you pronounced it correctly. Oh, good, that's the first. I have family that live in Churchill, Manitoba, where the polar bear jail is located. What's the polar bear jail? That sounds horrendous. Is that what it sounds like? Chocolate, popcorn, decaf iced lattes. Love it. Love it. So what happens, Donna Louise, is on a Thursday when I usually live stream, it starts at 11:30. So a lot of people eat lunch, or in some cases dinner while I'm live streaming. And so there's 9 times out of 10 there is a conversation about food that just pops up. Um, so yeah, that's why it happens. Oh wow, Vicky, perhaps consider doing an ancestry test. Might help narrow down your ethnicity. Yeah, I would actually like to do that just for fun, really. I think that'd be quite an interesting thing to do. Cat knocked a puzzle over and still haven't found two pieces. Maybe I should check the freezer. Yeah, yeah. I was here from the beginning. I think the 24-hour puzzle is crazy and I love it. Okay, good. Yes. That's a good answer. That's a good answer. Polar bears come into the town and they get tranquilized, put in jail for a bit before they can relocate them to somewhere safer. Oh, okay. Right. Okay. So I guess so that when they come into town, is it like, I mean, I guess it's dangerous for people, but is it also dangerous for them too? Like, is there a risk of them getting hit by cars and stuff? It just doesn't sound very pleasant, does it? You could picture a polar bear just like rattling a cup across the bars of its cage, playing a harmonica. Oh yeah. What is Donna Louise's thoughts on the 24-hour puzzling? Oh, you've only just popped in though, haven't you, Donna Louise? Have you? You don't know my wacky idea. Although you can probably work it out from what's been said. Let me know if you want me to explain. Right. Okay. So I'm kind of I'm feeling like I'm not seeing the pieces here. Right. I'm gonna try and keep going. Uh. Right. Where are you? There. There you are. Bet you'll think I'm crazy, Donna Louise. It's a very, very, very small town. Oh, right. What is this 24 hour? What is this idea? Okay, so I was watching a time lapse earlier on YouTube, as you do, of the 5K Ravensburger dragon puzzle. You know the dragons at day and night. I was just sitting watching a time lapse, and I've got that puzzle, and I love it, and so it was enjoyable. It was an enjoyable watch. Anyway, whilst I was sitting there, I was I just had a random idea about doing doing a 5K puzzle in 24 hours. And I thought, could it be done? And I just was thinking about it and I got quite psyched up about it. And I thought a good puzzle to do it with would be the big city collage. I mean, ideally, something like the Pokemon puzzle would be good, but I've already done that puzzle, as you know. And the other one I've got that's actually it looks fine and not too tricky is the big city collage. Do you know which one that is, Donna Louise? The Ravensburger one. And yeah, so I was thinking about doing it in 24 hours and like planning it really meticulously, planning the sort and everything beforehand. Um, getting like food ready and prepared and stuff the day before and all that stuff, and then starting at one time and going through till the same time the next day and doing it for over 24 hours. Do you want to see the puzzle? Big city collage would be fun. Would you live stream the entire thing? So no, what I was thinking was, I would have the camera up on the ceiling recording the time lapse, and then I would like have my phone set up there. I've got like a stand that I could attach to the shelf behind me and have the phone set up to get kind of a top-down angle. And then periodically do live like update live streams throughout the 24 hours. So like for example, I could do a live stream every 3 hours or something for about an hour and then turn it off and then have like a bunch of puzzling and do it that way. Rather than live stream the entire thing. That's it. That's the one. That's probably the one in my 5K collection that I'm most likely to be able to do in that time. My other ones I think would be too difficult to do in 24 hours, apart from potentially the Space Odyssey. But I think this one looks easier. Um, okay, sounds fun. Yeah, I think so. I've had some great feedback. I've had some great feedback because I was thinking, Donald, it's really good to pick your brains about this because obviously you're a YouTuber too, so you know you'll have like content creator sort of thoughts about it. Um, but yeah, so I was thinking like periodic live streams throughout the whole thing, 24-hour challenge. But one thing that slightly bothers me is that I can't really, if I'm obviously focusing on the puzzle, which I will be, um, I can't really be reading the chat much. I can't really be stopping to chat too much. So maybe it'd be cool to have somebody that can read the chat to me so I can chat a little bit when I was live streaming. And then there's been a bunch of ideas about maybe having a voice channel active in my Discord server, perhaps, or somebody on I'm sorry, I forgot who suggested this, but it was a great idea. But somebody on Zoom, maybe reading like, or people on Zoom taking turns to read out comments, stuff like that. I don't know. I don't know. What are your thoughts? What do you think? What are your thoughts about a way to kind of go about practically filming it? I think I could do that setup with my phone and with the camera up there, and it also means I could do like a video afterwards or a time lapse of it. Um, right. This I'm slowing down on these blues now. I'm slowing down on these, but there's a lot of shades of sort of light blue. Um, and I'm getting a bit mixed up with it all. Right, hang on, that goes there. So that helps. Where's that weird shaped piece? There's a lot of wonky pieces in this. Still can't see it. Might be in here. Ooh, is that a cloud bit? That's a cloud bit. I've got sidetracked now. There we go. That bit goes in there. I can't find that bit. It's kind of frustrating. Not to worry. Mm, nope, not seeing it. I found that bit though. That one. Hello, Miranda. How you doing? You follow Donna Louise and Jeanette, do you, Cara? Yeah, of course you do. They're awesome. You will lose a lot of time puzzling if you live stream and have to reply to the chat. Yeah, exactly. But live stream like the interaction. Yeah. Pokemon was fun to watch. Yeah, it was. It was fun to watch you and Jeanette doing it. So if you had someone read the chat during the live stream to you so you can reply but keep puzzling, then that would be good. Updates every 3 hours sounds good too. Yeah, I think so, because I think then they can see how far I've got, and I also, you know, those hours in between, I get the chance to really kind of really focus and get into the zone with it. You'll need an assistant, someone to prepare food and stuff. Yeah, so I was thinking if I prepare all food for the whole day, like the day before, like for the kids as well, and just put it in tubs or something, and then they could just hand it to me, like as and when. And they can obviously eat their own, which is fine. I mean, they're 12 and 13, so they know how to work the oven and stuff if they need to. It was a lot of fun. I know, it's such a great puzzle, isn't it? The Pokemon puzzle. But yes, I think you're right. It'd be handy to have them there to just hand me food or sort me, bring me a drink or a cup of tea or something. Um, that'd be good. I'd have to discuss this with them. I very briefly mentioned it to Freya, who didn't seem very impressed with the whole idea. Um, but I don't know. I don't see how it's going to affect her that much because most of the time they just kind of sit on their iPads, and I don't see much of them anyway. Ah, found you. There we are. Um, I'm going a bit back and forth here. I hope you don't mind because I'm kind of working on two piles at the same time. But I feel like I'm slowing down on this one. Pieces just aren't jumping out at me. But I like the idea of using the voice channel as well in the Discord. That was Clark's suggestion. I quite like that idea. Uh, right, maybe okay, I'll just focus on this for a minute because I feel like I'm going a bit slow on that bit. No. Hmm. No. Oh, for goodness sake. Come on. No. Will you fit in anywhere? Ah, there we go. Got one. That one. Phew. Right. I was about to say I'm starting to get on a roll, but I'm not so certain that's true. Here we go. Are you excited about Worlds, Donna Louise? It's not long now, is it? It's not long. I can't believe how fast it comes around. Um, so if you had, oh wait, I've read that. I've read that. It was a lot of fun. Yes, Mickey Moments is getting there slowly. Oh right, yes. Are you doing a small version of that, like a 1K? You'll need to take breaks. Gotta pee. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, I will obviously leave the room occasionally. I'll have to just stretch my legs and back and stuff. And I'll probably make an excuse to walk round the table as well. I mean, one of the things about large piece counts, which you'll know yourself, is you can move around it and sit at the top of it, and it makes it easier actually for reaching certain parts of the puzzle. So I'll kind of take as many opportunities as I can to get up and move about. Some breaks for stretches, arm rotation. Yeah, and yeah, absolutely. So excited for Worlds. I leave in just over a month. Oh my lord, just over a month. But we're in August now, aren't we? So that's just like I can't believe how far into the year we are. Um, okay, it's 1 a.m. I'm off to bed. Love the 24-hour idea. I would love to watch. Nighty night, and remember, don't be too monkey. You too, Donna Louise. Sweet dreams. Thanks for dropping in, and thanks for your input. I'm glad you love the idea. I'll let you know, obviously. I don't know when I'm going to do it yet, but I'll let you know. Night, Donna Louise. Right. So I'm getting there. This one I don't know where that is. I suspect it'll be in the yellow pile somewhere, but I've obviously glossed over it. So, but that's not a problem. That bit is more or less filled in. So these bits need to go back here. So yeah, I need to try and get these filled in. In fact, I'll pop that back there. I mean, I don't think I'll have mis-sorted any into this pile because these are a bit darker. Um, I mean, maybe when we get further down, perhaps, unless they're edges. That might actually be edges. Hang on. Hang on, hang on, hang on. Right. That's not edges. Where's my edge pieces? Ah! Okay. So, there. Yes, that's edges. So, okay, that's good. And that actually attaches to there. So the edges are helping here. They're helping me get my bearings. They actually attach to the tablecloth here. And there's a blue bit there where the vase is. In fact, this, I think, goes here. Um, can I find that bit? That's probably in amongst this as well, somewhere. Oh, is that it? No. There. Yay! Okay, I've got that bit in. And that bit is that bit there. All right. So that's good. So let's see if I can try and fill these bits in. And these bits. And again, as I say, some of these might possibly be in this pile of darker, slightly darker pieces. So I might not actually have all these out. It gets a bit lighter as it goes up. Is that a bit better? No, no, no. Oh well. I don't want to be diving into too many piles at once, so I might just avoid the temptation to go delving into that pile. So, can I find these? That's that one. Oh no, it's not. Oh, it looked like it was. No, it's not. Oh, there we go. That's a bit too light in colour. Where's the other bit of light? Oh, I suppose it's over in that top corner. Maybe I could pull these back over. This is the trickiness element of this puzzle. It's that whole, there's bits of similar colours all over, and it's knowing what goes where. Um, so this, I mean, this blue here is quite light. So a lot of these pieces I'm thinking go over here. They don't necessarily. They go up in this corner. There. That one. But at least if I do fill out that top corner, I'm eliminating pieces, and I'm not going to get confused, or I'm going to get less confused, I should say. So that would be good. Is that colour? No. Uh, wait. Okay. No. Ah, let me find that bit. A little bit of edge. Where are you? That one? Right, there we go. So at least it's not in two bits. And then we've got that one. There we are. So this is narrowing down the options, so that's good. Oh dear, I might have to close my window. It's making the door rattle. I'm hoping you can't hear that. Because it's quite windy. When you have the windows open, it makes the door rattle in the flat. I kept thinking it was the cat, and it's not. No, that's not it. There, that's it. That's that there. And it starts to get darker again as it goes down. Um, so hang on a minute. The red, that might attach to the red bit, which is there. Let's let's do that. There we are. That attaches to the red bit, so that's good. And I mean, there's obviously more that can go in there. But there's a tree. It gets darker, and then there's a tree. So I'm not sure how many of these is going to go in there, really. So I'll put these back. Move this along a bit. There. And just hope that I can fill in as much of this as I can. But I may not have all the pieces here because it's quite dark. These ones, I might have some in here. I don't know if I want to dive into those yet because there's a big bit of blue in a couple of the different parts. So I'm wondering about. I must be able to fill this in. Right, I can. That one. Where's that one? These are light. There we go. Is that it? Yes. We've got a double wavy there. And nope. That one. Oh, that's that one. Ah, there's that one. Gosh, you convince yourself it's not here, and then there it is. Okay, that's good. This is good. Can't see that one though. That's that one. Yay. Okay. Can't see that one. Or that one. Or that one. So I think they're in here. This pile here. This, I don't know if you see my finger, that one. Um, might have these though. That one. The I'm not sure why I can't see these two. They look really obvious to me. Oh, wait, there. That's that one. So where's that one? Tricky. I may have just missorted it into this pile. Ah, no. Oh, dear. It's a tricky puzzle. What about... Oh, Jeanette's here too. Hi. Hello, Jeanette. How are you? Oh, that... Oh, we've had Donna Louise. Did you know Donna Louise was here? Hi, Carrie. Yeah, I saw her comments. Just had to get something done on YT and saw Vicky was live. Vicky wants to do a 24-hour challenge. Well, we're spreading the word. I mean, this is good. Thanks for dropping in. How are you doing? Can't stay awake for 24 hours, let alone puzzle that long. Well, this week needed to catch up on other work, sorting the t-shirts for Worlds and some other stuff. And I was just talking to Donna Louise about Worlds. I can't believe how quickly it's come around. It's like we timed it. We were sending each other minds. Oh, reading each other's minds. Yeah. Fortunately, we've seen them in the same room before. You have. They're funny when they puzzle together. Plumber here, but you got a lot done. I've missed some chat here, clearly. I'm not entirely certain what the nature of the conversation is. I gather you've heard about my 24-hour 5K idea. I literally just came up with that this morning. I think Sam's rubbing off on me. All your ideas are rubbing off on me. You're doing well. Good. I'm glad. I'm glad you're doing good. So you're busy trying to sort out that's not right. Trying to sort out stuff for Worlds. Do you feel prepared, like training wise? Do you feel like you've done enough practicing? I've not done any speed puzzling for ages. Right, so this attaches to this. I don't know. Now then, hang on. I think I could maybe I could finish this edge and do something similar to what I did with life and figure out how where the cutoff is so that I can actually put the two bits together. Let's build the edge up from here. That doesn't belong on here, so I'm just going to pop that over there, and we'll see if we can't get the edge built up here. So we've got this. I'm really hoping I haven't missorted any, but it's entirely possible I have. That doesn't even belong on this side. It's actually, there's quite a lot of green on this side. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. So, I can just see the bottom peeking out of here, so maybe, there we go. And there's some purple. That goes next. Then that one. And here I was, just thinking that at least I can't get the blame for this idea. I know, you subliminally planted the idea, I can tell. It's got Sam all over it. I'm kidding, of course. Of course. I don't know why I'm building that up, that's actually on the other side. But not to worry, not to worry. There we go. Found that bit. I thought I'd missorted it, but I haven't. Um, so these are the stalks inside the vase. The stems from the flowers. It doesn't go over there either, but I'm pretty sure it's somewhere around here. There we are. How's your 6K coming along, Jeanette? Is it driving you crazy? Sam. Oh, you made me chuckle. Here we go. Right. Okay, so that's that right hand edge complete. Separated but complete, so I can do a wee bit of a count up now. Lol, Sam. I've not done any speed puzzling since the EJPC. I think pairing up, sorry, with my BF is making me slack a little bit. Ah, blame your boyfriend. Jeanette, will you be commentating with Michelle and Jim? Who's Jim? Michelle, I assume you mean Michelle from uh Speed Puzzle EU from the Euro Jigsaw Jams. I told her she can do it. I have faith in her. You're fast, Jeanette. You're naturally fast. There's no way you're slacking. I would say probably yes, but I haven't been asked yet. They usually do the schedule once the groups are out. Yeah. Yeah, because they'll know then which ones obviously that you're puzzling in. Um is it Val doing it again this year? Is Val doing the commentary again? Or have they got somebody different doing it? They host the EJJ. Yeah. So who's Jim? That's not James, is it? Is that James Nichols? Or is it a different person? The 6K is coming along together well. I think I'm past 4,000 pieces now. Yeah, it's looking great. It's looking great. No Val. Oh, well, that's going to be different, not having Val. Oh, you're so used to her doing the commentary. I would have loved to have done the commentary. I really enjoyed doing the commentary last time. Um, but I can't go this year, unfortunately. I wanted to, but I can't, as it turns out. They announced it last week. Jim from the USA. Oh, right, not James then. Um, oh, okay. I don't know who Jim is, but Michelle, yeah, she's a good choice. Definitely. It'd be great to have like lots of special guests and things as well. They pronounced in EJJ last week. Oh, I see. They announced, sorry, not pronounced. Because I've lost the ability to read. Either that or my eyesight's getting worse. Right, I'm just going to do some counting now. Give me 1 second. No, Valerie, no. She is good at it, isn't she? Is she just not going to be there then? I suppose it's a long way for her, isn't it? I guess. Is Michelle not competing then? A good question. I mean, if she's doing the commentary the entire time, I guess not. Unless she does it for all the ones that she's literally not competing in. That could work, because it's like they've got no shortage of people that can do commentary, especially if there's two of them. But I honestly have no idea. My disappointment is immeasurable and my day's ruined. Oh, yeah, she's good at the commentary, isn't she? There's a lot of other good ones that are. Right, I'm just going to count. 2 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Yeah. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Oh, that's close. So, oh, that's handy as well. That they actually need to stay on this side. Okay, you might not be able to see what I'm talking about. Pointing under the. I'll explain in a second. Right, so these ones need to go on the next board up. Thankfully, there's only 6 pieces here, which I can kind of grip between my fingers and thumb, because Educas, as you know, don't really hold together. So what I was meaning was these 4, which I thought I might have to move, possibly, can stay here. And these ones attach. So all of this is top half. I'll move it down the board a little bit. So really what I need to do is switch boards, because there's an area of blue that I can do from the slightly more vivid blue pieces, these ones, on the bottom board. So I'm going to shift all of these and put them here. And these actually can stay, because I'm going to move that. This is the reason I got these out, because I knew they went here. So I'm just going to pop these in quickly. Ah, that one. Nope. That one. There. And then that can come back over here. There we are. So that worked out well. And then what I can do, they belong to the other side, so I'm just going to put those in the box with the other edges, but keep them together. And I'll pop these up here. And I might not get them in, but we'll see what we can manage. I don't know what time are we? Hot. So what have we been going? A couple of hours. Couple of hours. That's not bad. Not bad, considering we had a good long conversation about the big city collage uh, before we started. So what I was thinking was there's a bit of this blue here that you can't see it very well behind the 2000 Educa puzzle bit, but this I think it'll be these pieces that make that up for the most part. So I'm going to see if I can get this pile down, and fill that bit in. And it could well be that some of these are actually this bit, because it gets quite light down here near where Penelope is, and this bit might possibly be these as well. You've got similar colours in different parts of the puzzle, and for some reason they're like on the opposite side. So it definitely makes it tricky when you're doing it on boards like this. Ah, there we go. As fun as this is, I wish I could stay longer. I do have to attend to editing the 6K video part 3, so maybe I catch you again once I'm done. Okie dokes, Jeanette. Good luck with the editing. It's a beautiful puzzle. Beautiful puzzle. Thanks for dropping in. I don't know, like, I'm not going to be streaming for much longer, but if I do see you before the end, that'll be brilliant. But take care anyway. See you later. Correct, Noval. Jim Eames from USA. Not sure if Michelle's competing. Is Jim's voice as warm and welcoming as Val's? I'm sure Jim is great, but Valerie is my puzzle godmother. She will be missed. Love how wholesome she is. Have fun, everyone. See you later, Jeanette. He's super energetic. Yeah. I'm not sure who he is. I've not watched a Euro Jigsaw Jam in a while, though. So I'm not really kind of up on them. I know who Michelle is, obviously. If you watch EJJ82, you can hear Jim on Speed Puzzle Europe channel. Yeah. Thanks for that, Julie. You're giving us all the latest. I've since I decided I'm not going, I've been quite out of touch with the whole thing, really. So it would be good to use these flowers as a starting point, because they are the flowers that are sitting in this vase here. And some of them are in front of, wait, there. Some of them are in front of the blue bit, and some of them are in front of the green bit, but it's kind of a good starting point. There's a yellow one as well, which we can see here. That's it. And I'm just hoping that I can maybe fill out a little bit. I mean, these aren't even blue. Why have I got these out? Or why did I sort them into this pile? Maybe it was towards the end of a sort and I was getting tired. Where do they even go? I'm not sure where these even go. Oh well, never mind. We'll just put them there. Right, we've got a little bit of, that's a little bit of red flower. And Let's see, what else can we see? Right, there's a rock. There's a rock sticking up out of the water, and that brown is a little bit of it, I think. So maybe try and figure that out. That, oh yeah, that goes there. Okay. That's a little bit more of that rock. That's the bottom of it. Some of these pieces get quite dark. That's nearer to the top, I think, where it's dark. There. Would be great to attach this bit that I've got floating. Is that a bit of that rock? Could be. Could well be. There's some blue across the other side as well, so I'm gonna end up, look, you can see it here in the edge. See that? I'm gonna end up building, like, having another floating island. Never mind. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Right. That's as much as the blue edge as I can find. So I'll put those back. We've got a brown tree. So there is dark blue in them as well, which is handy. That one. Somewhere. There. There we go. And then I would guess the rest will be in with these. I hope, anyway. There. There we go. Right, so we've got a little island of blue coming together here. That, again, it just eliminates a few pieces, like with the other bit that I was doing. So let's see if I can just try to get rid of a few of these. Because I feel like I should have that. Where's that? What? No. There we go. That's it. That's that one, and then we've got that one there. Is that one? No? Yes. This one? Aha. Found ya. Well, this puzzle is definitely it's telling me what to do. It's not the other way around. I'm not beating the puzzle into submission. I'm doing it the way it wants to be done. Okay. Well, I was kind of hoping I would get some of these bits together, which I am, but it's not really, it's not quite going as planned. There we go. That's that one. Got a little bit of the stem there, so that helps. No. Looks like it goes here somewhere. There we go. There's actually a little bit of texture to that. You can just see kind of lines. Ah, that's that one. And I think this. Oh no, that could go there too. There's a dark. See, next to these bright blue, kind of teal colours, there's a dark blue area next to both of them. So these could go over here. They could go over there. It's ah, that's a little frustrating. Right, that definitely goes over here because that's the rock. That's the rock. So wait a minute. There. Ha! Got ya. Oh, thank goodness for that. And then if I could find that one, could I attach it? Oh, not quite yet. There, that goes there. Still not quite yet. Huh. No. Where's that one? I'm sure that's the bottom of that rock. Ah, there you are. Yay. Oh, phew. Kind of, it's semi-attached. There's a wavy that's attaching them. But that isn't bad. Can I get that one in there? Where's that one? I'm not seeing it. No, I'm not seeing it. Ah, that goes there. There we go. They don't look dark enough for that. That one does, but they don't. Huh. Oh, gosh, that wasn't easy. Rose. Yay! You finished part one of wildlife. Could not have done it without the help of your video, though, so thank you. Oh, congratulations! That's the hardest section. Done. In my opinion. I mean, I haven't done 8 and 9 yet, but literally every other section I have done does not match with that one. I so well done. Amazing work. It looks great though, doesn't it? Once you've done it. Oh, that is brilliant. I don't know how long ago you wrote that, but brilliant. I'm glad I didn't miss it. I think you should do the 24-hour marathon. It says walk more, worry less. Hello. Different challenges to puzzling is what keeps your channel so interesting. And yes, I'm behind in watching your live chat. It's okay. Thank you. Thanks for the input. Honestly, anything anyone wants to say about that, no problem at all. No problem at all. I want to hear people's input, so thank you. Well done. Thank you very much. Wildlife is too big for me, but not have the space for it. It's a big puzzle. It's a big puzzle. Have I missed anything while away? I see Jeanette is here. Jeanette's been and gone. She's editing her 6K. Is it a Schmidt? I think it's a Schmidt. Um, puzzle video. Part 3, I think she said. So she popped in and said hi, chatted a bit, and then off she went. I don't think you've missed too much, although I have a wee bit been in the puzzling zone But I think we were talking about Worlds because I was asking Jeanette if she was looking forward to it, and we were talking about um, commentary because it seems like Val isn't doing the commentary this year, and yeah, a few of us didn't realize that. So there's a few more bits here, or a couple more at least, that I can attempt to get in. Now I wonder. No, I think there's maybe more bits there, but they might be in different piles of pieces. I've got some darker blues here that I may have done a bit of mis-sorting into. So now I've got that piled out. I've really been working on two blue piles this week. So now I've got that piled down. I can spread these out a bit. These are darker blues, and I might possibly find a couple of pieces to gap fill. But I think once I've flipped all these over, I will I'll leave the stream there. Yeah, there's going to be some crossover here because I've got pieces missing from this and on the other board and from these. So it seems logical to maybe move over to these next. And then put them in their rightful place. And I've also got little bits of boat here as well. The little boat that I've built already. I can see a couple of bits of those, so they'll be good to get in. That'll give me a good starting point to build out from. There, see? There's that one. And that's a really obvious shape, so I'm hoping I find that. I'm hoping I can just spread all these pieces out, because if I can glance at them as a single layer, then that just makes the whole thing easier. I think that's maybe the sail from the boat. We've got some bright blue there. Nice transition piece. And I don't think I've got any other blues. I think it's really kind of greens after that. And I've got some yellows and oranges. These are getting a bit squished up now because now then this there is there. Oh, see, there's another bit of turquoisey blue. Huh. Wait a minute. Have I got some? No, that's not right. Where are they then? Because I've done purple. Unless they're on a different board? No, they won't be. Huh, that's weird. I should have those, but for some reason I can't see them. Not to worry, not to worry. I'm really easily getting quite sidetracked onto different bits with this puzzle. So just bear with me while I flip all these over. I may not get a single layer of these. There's quite a few of them. Um, but that's okay. That's another bit of that boat. So doing a little bit of micro sorting, really. Still haven't found that bit. It's getting on my nerves, can you tell? Mm, It's that one. Another transition piece. That's that boat. I'll tackle these when I come to do, like I'll get my other boards out because these are more on the left side. These pieces. There's some on the right, but mostly they're on the left. That's that one. So that was a missort. That really should have gone in this pile. It's a bit more turquoise. There's that one. There. They're quite dark. There. There. So now I'm finding these transition pieces here as I get towards the bottom of the pile. And no, let's see. I'll see if I can find some more. There's a little bit of purple in that one. I mean, brown might be a good one to go for because we've got these trees are starting to come together. Question is, am I going to find that bit? Ah, found it. Yay! Woohoo! Right. Okay. So nowhere near a single layer here, but I can see them a bit better. This will be quite a big pile to tackle, but there's lots of transition lines and there's going to be some gaps to fill. I've got these here. They're definitely in here somewhere. In fact, I think I spotted that bit earlier. With the tiny bit of purple on, and now it's buried and I can't find it. That's annoying. Wait, it's there. I found it. There. That's that one. And then this one, I don't know. I think that it's kind of a too generic a colour. Could be any one of these. Um, so I'm not gonna try too hard looking for that one, but that one's probably in here. Okay, so just to round things off, this is what I've managed to do this week. And it's not too bad actually. It's got a few areas together. Um, this bit I'll need to move. I'll do that shortly. But on this board anyway, I've done all this blue here, which has attached to this purple that I did last week, and it's also attached to this that I did the first week. I've completed that right hand edge just so I know how much of this goes on to the bottom quadrant, the bottom right quadrant. This bit here is this bit that goes behind this 2000. It's that bit. I can't attach that yet, unfortunately, but I think it goes. That bit's in the way. Give me 1 second. Let me move that bit. It goes in the top left, or possibly bottom left, actually. I think that might divide across the two, but it's mostly, I think, going to go top left. So, I can attach it. Hang on. Eh, trying to move that up with one hand and it's just not happening. There we are. Right. So this, how am I going to do this? We'll do it that way. I had to do this with the life puzzle on Saturday, and there wasn't enough room for sort of me. But doing it this way works. Ah, that bit's come off. I'll fix that in a minute. Anyway, that bit goes there. It's so fidgety doing this with Educa puzzles because they're just so loose, as you know. That bit's come off, so let's get that bit back in. And this bit that I built up separately actually attaches to the bottom of this where this tree is. And it ultimately, this tree trunk goes up and ultimately attaches to those. So if I straighten that up a bit, you'll be able to see. So that I've done today, and that's in the top left quadrant. And then this bit that I was explaining a second ago, goes somewhere around here. I think there's like one piece that attaches those. In fact, it might even be in the brown box. I mean, there's a few browns, but they are in a single layer. There. So that attaches that. So that's good. Perfect. And that attaches that too. There's actually, there we go. Okay. This just makes this a bit more sturdy. So that bit goes there. So now going back to this, filled in that bit as well today. So I'm doing quite a lot. And then moving on to the next board up, which is the top right quadrant. Hope you don't mind all this switching around. I have also built this bit and this bit. And there's a little bit there which attaches to the top of the board I was just showing you. So that is pretty good going, I think. I think that's quite a lot. It's not been too bad, has it? So I guess next time, I mean, I've not really got any small piles left. The brown is working out quite nicely just to dive in and out of. So I could maybe put in a few of the rocks, possibly even fill this in, which is all part of the same area, I guess. So I could pick out some of the browns, but I'm tempted to do some of these blues just because they attach to this section and Penelope and this boat. And they also, there's a bit here that also attaches to this section, which I've built. So it might be good, but there are a lot of pieces in there. So possibly browns might be a good one to tackle as well first, because there's nowhere near as many. So we'll see. We'll see. I mean, there's brown scattered all over. You've got some here, some on these roofs. We've got rocks. We've got this tree trunks, which I've already done some of. So yeah, I mean, it's going to be a pretty scattered sort of bitty process, I think, this puzzle. It's just one of those things. But really pleased with progress on that. So what I will do is once I've tidied all my bits and bobs away, I'll take a picture of this puzzle with the four quadrants laid out, so you'll be able to see how it's looking as a whole. And I'll pop a picture up in the Discord, but also I'll pop a picture up in the YouTube post tab, so you'll be able to see kind of in reality what it's looking like. But I think that's pretty good going today. Done a lot of blue pieces. So I hope you've enjoyed that. What's everybody saying just now? I did keep that in mind all the time, Vicky. Help me get through it. Yeah, because I think you'll find like if you're doing them in order, if when you do section 2, I think you'll find that like quite refreshing because there's like more animals you will have different colors that you're working with. I think you have the first flamingos in section 2 as well. So you like those pinks are really lovely and everything. So I think you'll really start to enjoy it like with the more sections you do. It will just get better and better. That's been my experience of it. But well done, I think that's brilliant. Even though I'm not far with the 6K, her videos have helped me too. I've counted some edge pieces since I've clearly put mine together wrongly. You're doing great with that. And you know that with the zebra, that's how I started too. Can't remember if I did the edge first, but I definitely the zebra was one of the first things I did. It really stands out. Hope my A2 boards come today. Yeah, me too. I need to buy some more. I've got they're all in use. I'm doing so many puzzles on my A2 boards at the minute. And Paul's to help me put in some more zebra pieces. Good. Soul Empress, lol. Oh yeah, I pause the video a lot to help with pieces. It doesn't help that the poster is so tiny with wildlife. Oh, it's useless. It's absolutely useless. You really need a big, big poster. Everything's like you have to like. It's like what is that? Especially with like the insects, the bugs and butterflies. Like I'll put together like 3 pieces worth of dragonfly, and I won't be able to see it on the poster. I'm like, I don't know where this goes. Eventually you do, but it's like a dot on the poster. It's so ridiculous. Looks like my boxes need to sort them, but I finding pieces not doing that. Oh. Well done. Thank you so much. So good, especially with chatting too. Nice progress. Thank you very much. You finished yours, haven't you, Anna? It's so nice. I love the puzzle. I should have created a channel for this one. Quite a lot of people have been doing this one. Thanks for another great stream. Thank you, Sam. I would be remiss in my job if I didn't say, don't forget to hit the like button. Thank you. Yes, don't forget. Don't forget. Good job. Plus 30-minute discussion. I know on my wacky idea about the challenge. But thank you for chatting about that. Like you've really given me some great ideas. So I'll keep thinking on it and planning it out. I think it could be fun. Yeah, you finished it. Yay! Thanks for the live. You're welcome, SS. So, very quickly, please check out the description. There are links in the description for my Discord server. If you're not in the Discord server, click that invite link and join in the fun. It's such a great community over on the Discord server. It's called the First Rule of Puzzle Club, and it's a really good place to be, especially if you want to join in the puzzle alongs, the many, many puzzle alongs that I do, but also just little puzzle alongs that other people do. We had a kind of a mini puzzle along between Soul Empress and Thomas recently. They both did the 2K Europe Landmarks puzzle by Educa. So all sorts of things like that is a great place to be. So click that invite link. If it doesn't work, if it's expired, leave a comment and I will renew it, and you can join with the renewed one. But have a look out for that. There's links as well. I think I've put Amazon associate links into this puzzle for this puzzle. If you're interested in doing it and you buy your puzzles from Amazon anyway, consider using those because I get a small commission from it, and that all helps support the channel. So they're in there as well. What else is in there? There's links to my puzzle merch websites. There's 2 websites, one for Europe and one for Canada, America, and Australia. And if you're interested in some fun designs on t-shirt, puzzle designs on t-shirts and mugs and bottles and all kinds of other things, have a look at that, see what there is. They're in the description as well. And yeah, please leave a like if you enjoyed it and comment. If you've not been here for the chat, do leave a comment. And I really enjoy reading them and I will reply as soon as I can. But yes, I hope you've enjoyed that. Thank you again for all your input at the beginning with the 5K challenge. Again, if you come into this late and you have any suggestions about that, the 24-hour 5K challenge that I'm setting myself, leave a comment on that as well and let me know what you think. All right, guys, I will see you next time. Thank you so much for being here and happy puzzling. Bye, everyone.